Hello, I'm Bood and welcome to episode 2 of the Brentford Beta here on FM22. As always, thanks for joining me. I really do appreciate it. Old subs and new, you're a bunch of legends. Thanks again for watching the first one, hitting the thumbs up, getting involved in the comments. All help is appreciated. And if you really want to help the channel, you can become a patron. You'll find a link to that down below, as well as a link to my Twitter and my email. Just get in touch anytime. I do always reply eventually. I promise I do. Just takes me some time sometimes, but yeah, I always reply, so thank you. Now, when I left you at the end of the first episode, we were doing okay. We were out the Carabao Cup, but that's cool. That's cool with me. My focus was the Premier League, and wow, we were doing pretty well in the Premier League. We had a chance to maybe get into a European spot, but you know, it's a long ass season. Have the wheels come off? Have we bottled it a little bit? We've got the FA Cup coming up as well, so anything can happen on Football Manager. So what's happened? Should we find out? So we're going to jump in here now at the 13th of April, and I saved it at this point just to share with you my first ever youth intake and share with you the fact that it's absolutely appalling. I think it's possibly the worst youth intake I've ever had. Now I know we're improving the facilities and that's going to help, and I'm going to try and improve the youth staff, and apparently that helps. But you know, you usually get at least a 3-star player. This is it. This is my youth intake. I ain't signing a single one of these. So yeah, this first year, it's a washout. I have signed one player though, on loan for the second half of the season, and it is young Liam Delap from Manchester City. He's got quite a lot of promise, this kid. He's not a wonder kid or anything, but he's a good little striker, 19 years old. You can probably tell there he's played a few games for me. He has scored for me as well. Just wanted a little bit of help, and when I saw him available, I thought I'll be daft not to. Now, I did mention I was selling a defender, and we've sold Jorgensen. Now, I remember him. I'm pretty sure he used to play for Huddersfield, and when I did my Bood in the Hood series many years ago, yep, there you go, many years ago, he was there. And he's an okay player, but he just won't play, and I've got quite a few central defenders, and I've got a couple of million for him, and I'm just, you know, trying to plan for the future. I'm not using him now. Let's get rid of him, free up some wages, and just try and get as much money as possible, because I'm expecting a massive summer for us at this club. Now, I did mention as well I'm scouting under 21 players, because I want to have the best knowledge possible of under 21 players out there that want to sign for me at least. You know, for the future, you never know what you're going to be able to get. But I was also scouting players whose contracts are coming to an end, and we've signed 3. And now I don't necessarily know how they'll fit in. We'll see when they get here how well they do. But they're free. They can always be sold back on, and I want to keep that mentality with Brentford, you know, where we do buy players to sell them, because that's what this club does to make money. We're a little tiny stadium, although it's amazing. We've got to think about making as much money as possible to grow the club. One of the guys we're bringing in a free is Junior Sambia from Montpellier. I'm signing 2 defensive defender kind of midfielders on a free as well, both at good ages. First one's Dennis Zakaria, 25-year-old Swiss lad. My friend CP, I love that. We're getting him from Borussia Mönchengladbach. But yeah, can play all over the middle, and you know, I want to stick with this formation really, to be fair. So I'm thinking about that. So he could come in and play. I think he looks good. I also like the look of this guy who we're buying from Holland. He's 25 years old as well. So these are good ages. These guys are going to start to, you know, hit them final few years of their peak, all on a free. So you can't really grumble. I think they're all good players, and they're probably all going to definitely play for me, so very excited about that. I'm also excited about this club. It likes to grow, it wants to improve. They very rarely have said no to me. So we're expanding the stadium, which I think is absolutely brilliant, and we're improving the training facilities again. So I was doing the training and the youth. Training got completed, and now we've started training again. So the quicker I can do all this, the better, because hopefully, you know, after that youth intake, we need to start maximising this club. And I don't just want to buy young players in, I don't just want to buy players in to sell. It would be nice to at least create some. We're not going to be here too long, but I like to do things the right way, so we'll see. And the finances are in a really good spot. They're climbing and climbing, even though we're expanding the stadium, even though we're putting millions into the training facilities, and I need that. Like I said, I want to create as much money as possible, because I can't wait for my first proper summer. I always feel like you get that first season out the way, doing anything, a small team, a rebuild, anything. It's that first summer when you've got your knowledge in, more your scouting, and you can really start to piece your own team together. That I cannot wait for that. Now then, the FA Cup, we were straight out of it, and we were straight out of it in a very, very, very bad way. This looked atrocious, doesn't it? Got beat 9-0, and Chelsea had 56 shots to our 3. But there wasn't a lot I could do about it, really. A lot of my players had a few people come back from injury. They were playing for the under-23s, and they played on the same day, right? And I didn't want to risk some of my bigger players because, like I said, I'm concentrating on the Premier League. A lot of this team were a mixture of B team players and a mixture of under-23s and quite a few greyed out dark players. We were in a bad way. We were never going to win this game. I didn't think we'd get completely battered, but we did. They put out a pretty decent team. They got Anthony Martial, for God's sake. Why? I don't know, but they have. So, you know, like I said, I was concentrating on the league. But this hurt. It was awful to go through. Now, we've been kind of helped out by Manchester United as well because they've won the Carabao Cup. Yes, this is Football Manager. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer wins trophies on the game, which is utter crap. He also beats Liverpool in the game, which is utter crap. Now, they won on penalties, 1-1 it was with Liverpool. But because they're in a good spot and already guaranteed their European place, it knocks the European spot down for the Carabao Cup, creates an extra space, gives us an extra chance to get into Europe. But how is that chance doing? Well, at this moment in time, it is doing very, very well. Now, there's 2 games left to play in the league, and we're currently sitting in 6th now. I've won 17, drawn 7, lost 12. Goal difference is crap when you look at the big ones, especially Liverpool. Look at their goal difference. They are a force on this game. They're not even been beat. They are on course for an invincible season. That's pretty special, isn't it? Now, it's the way our form's been in some of the games. I'm surprised we're still there punching it, just because we're not, consistent, but we're there and the table does not lie. So we're going to be playing today against Wolves, I think, at home. Wolves who were 15th. So at the minute, we're 6th. Now, I don't care if we get into Europe, I don't care what Europe it is. To be honest, I won't mind the smaller one, the 3rd division of Europe, because we could go far into that, but I want some European football that just give us that extra bit of a boost. Might get an extra bit of a better player in the summer. But we're currently on 58 points, and Aston Villa are on 53. So there's 2 games left to play, so we could balls this up. We could. So I'm going to play Wolves at home. Hopefully we can put it to bed in this game today. We'll find out, won't we? So let's take a look at the results since the last episode. So I've highlighted the last live con, which was against Southampton. We followed that up with a win against Brighton, 3-0 away. We got battered off Arsenal. We drew with Everton, and then that happened. Ivan Toney, who's unhappy now, going on about wanting to leave because he's got interest from other teams. I think West Ham maybe in Aston Villa. We'll see what happens with that because we have quite a lot of money. There might be a big change in personnel next summer. You never know. I'm very excited. That's my first proper summer. Can't wait. We got beat off City. Fair enough. We drew in Norwich, which is disappointing. Then we got beat off Villa, which was disappointing. And then we beat Newcastle 1-0, beat Leeds 3-1, drew with Palace, beat off Leicester, then we beat Spurs again, and then obviously back-to-back defeats against the 2 biggest clubs in the country. And then the last game I played, we beat Burnley. Toney scoring again, scoring us the winner in the 72nd minute. So I've got 2 games left to play. So we are going to be playing Wolves. And if we win this, I'm pretty sure we've got European football of some form guaranteed, which is more than I thought starting this series. But it's also freaking awesome. Now, I did want to show you a few other things, and this is a fault I'm finding on FM22, and it is the beta. But on both my saves, and it can't be my computer because I've got a very, very good computer that can handle things. But when I go on to team stats, detailed stats, so you can see where you are in the goal scoring charts and conceded charts and all that stuff, the game freezes, completely locks out. I don't know why. It's happened multiple times. And it's happening in a few other areas, and that's the only thing I'm finding so far. The game seems to freeze sometimes. So again, let me know in the comments, what are you finding wrong with the beta? Hopefully that's something that gets fixed, because I've not been able to check it out for myself, which is it's pissing me off a little bit. So I did want to show you that. But you can see some of my player stats on this page. But I'll be honest with you, I'm still enjoying playing it. I loved FM21, and I did say in the last episode this is very same, and it's probably about 90% the same. But I'm still enjoying it. It's still a lot of fun. So here are the boys arranged by average rating, and yeah, we've got some decent players here. Like I said, the squad itself can put in a performance. You've seen that. We're going to struggle against them big teams, but we've got work to do, and I quite like the style of play. We do need better players, we do, and I think my first protocol maybe will be to strengthen us at the back. We'll have to see what happens with players like Tony if he wants to leave and get big bids in for him. Some players obviously want to leave, as you can see, because they're not playing. So there's going to be a lot of changes, but then I'm going to start putting my own imprint on it. And I've been doing a lot of scouting. Doesn't mean I'm going to get the players I want. Never does, but I keep saying this, but I can't wait for that first summer, especially because it's a new game. But Janssen his contract was coming up, but he had a trigger in his to stick another year on, so I did that because he was getting a lot of interest. I do like him. I like Rico Henry. Tony has been great up front. I think 15 goals for a club like us is fantastic. Ethan Pinnock, who I don't think I showed you in the last one, he's a good solid centre half. Is a Jamaican. He's done really well for me when we've got someone missing, and Christopher, how do you say his second name? Let me know in the comments. I'm not going to try. He'll jump up into midfield, so Pinnock will play, and you can tell he's done that a lot. Luis as well, great backup left back. Liam Cullen, let's check him out. There you go. He's not bad, is he? He's sure he only cost about 250 grand. If I sell him in the summer and get 1.5 million for him, it's all profit. It's all profit. So yeah, the lads are doing really well. He's doing really well, even though his average rating is above a 7. He's played a lot of football, but yeah, things are going better than I thought. The staff as well are getting better. Like I say, it's going to be hard to ever get the complete best in the Premier League. It's achievable. Depends how long you play. But my coaching team is doing really well. We've got the best mental team, best attack, best defence. One of the goalkeeping areas is now the best. My scouting team, it's a struggle, even though I've got really good scouts. And the medical team's improved. I just always do this. I like to keep going and pushing with it, to be fair. And I've managed to bring in an absolute legend as a coach. I've had him before on previous saves. It is the man himself, Dennis Bergkamp. I think I got him once and then he buggered off to Ajax to become their manager or something like that. But or their assistant, I think. But anyway, cracking coach. So yeah, the team's improving. We've got some really good ones. And the club is just growing. And this is what I love about the game. You probably know this if you're an old-time sub. If you're new to my channel, I love growing a club. Even if, like, I'm a journeyman when I know I'm not going to stay somewhere too long, I still like to do everything I can to improve the facilities, the stadium, the staff, and just do everything I can like that. I mean, there's all aspects of this game. You all play it in different ways. Like, people will be killing that data rub, or they really look into their tactics. And that's the beauty of it. Don't ever let anyone, say on socials or anything, put you down for the way you play it. We all play it differently. It is only a game. I just play it the way I like to play it. Getting my staff in, getting a way of playing and sticking to it. Trying to sign young players, hungry young players who think they're the best, and go for it. And yeah, at the minute, it's freaking perfect. I love it. So in the last episode, I showed you my first tactic. This is the second one. It's starting to go more towards last year's tactic with some of the roles and so on. But I like it. And I think, we can play very well with it. It's a personnel thing, and I think if we can keep growing, keep getting better players in, there's no reason why I can't stick to this way and build around it. And I quite like it. I'm not going to maybe use it on everything. I do like having more attacking players, but you need the quality for that. So yeah, this having a defensive midfielder probably helps with us, because we do push up, got a high defensive line. We do get caught out sometimes against the Liverpool's, Uniteds or whatever, but then we can beat a Chelsea. We can beat a proper Chelsea in the league, or we can beat a City in the league, and that's what I love. You never know, really. So should we get into the live comp? Let's have some football, but before we do, let's look at the fixtures. Chelsea have already played. They've beaten Leicester. We're, of course, at home to Wolves, and the second game's Watford. So we've got a good chance here, really good chance of getting some European football. Leeds are away to Everton. That's a big game for them, because Everton and them look quite close. Aston Villa away to Norwich. Even though they're away, I imagine they're going to win that, to be fair. So it's all on us. As long as we do our job, we'll be fine. Welcome to the Brentford Community Stadium. Hopefully we can put on a performance. I don't know. I know Wolves are a lot lower than us in the league, but they're still a good team. They have sacked their manager, by the way, and they're now currently managed by none other than Stevie G. Brian Kane, my friend and Rangers fan. Don't know how you feel about that. But yeah, he's jumped ship, gone to Wolves, come to the Premier League. They've also got a legend sort of Man United legend in their team. Wait to see if you can find it. But anyway, we 1-0 down with 2 minutes gone. Brilliant. Right, I'm just going to go for it now. Switch straight to attacking. Let's go. But can you notice any names in their team? They've got 35-year-old Nani in their team. Yeah, I don't want to get beat off Stevie G. So let's sort this out, boys. Come on. Here's Henry. Great left back. I like him a lot. Can he whip it in? He's done it many times this season. He has. Right, Wolves have a corner. Brilliant. We've dropped down to 6. I mean, mathematically, certain games go certain ways. I think even if we lose this, we'll still be alright. We can still maybe end up in 7th and get into some form of Europe. Dramatic. Everton gone 1-0 up. That's a massive help for us. Leeds getting beat. Nothing against Leeds, but we need them to get beat. Help us out, won't it? Oh, that was poor, man. Here he is, Nani. 35 years old. Has he still got it? No. But yeah, this morning, I've been to watch Dune, Part 1 at the cinema at IMAX with my mother and my 11-year-old nephew. My wife took my niece out to get her nails done. My little lad's at nursery, the other one's at his grandma's. But yeah, brilliant film. Beautifully shot, beautifully made. Acting's amazing. I love the books. The film from the 80s is a bit shit. Don't go off that. But that film, highly recommend going watching it in the cinema. Come on, hit the post. Oh, come on, boys. They're edging this. They're edging it. They've been rejuvenated under Stevie G. But, you know, I don't want to lose. I don't like losing live comms. You never know what you're going to get, though. Jesus Christ, come on. But it's half time. We're getting beat. Pretty even game. They're definitely the better team. I'm going to give these boys a proper hair drying treatment here. I'm going to throw a boot at someone's head and kick some ass. So here we go, second half. Now, I have noticed actually in more played, I think player movement's definitely improved. One thing that hasn't improved is stadiums, because the corners are filled in at Brentford, and I don't expect a like-for-like stadiums like FIFA. I expected a little bit more this year, but it's pretty samey in it. It looks like a little non-league stadium. Right, 15 minutes ago, I have made a change. Canos has come on. Pretty flat, really. It's been pretty poor. It's not been the best. Like I say, you can never pick a live comp, can you? You don't know what you're going to get. I played some games off camera and they're amazing. And I wish I could have shared them with you. Do you know what I mean? It is what it is. Right, come on, Chris. Can we get back into it? Lovely balls to Canos. Get in, Sergey. Get in. Come on. I will say another thing I've noticed. Oh, we fit. Love it. Everton are battering Leeds. Massive help. Is VAR. Other people have said this on Twitter. VAR seems to not always go against you. It always felt quite a lot of the time like it did. I've noticed myself a few times it going for you. That's pretty cool. Anyway, looking like I'm not making any more changes. Leeds have scored another one. And there we go. 1-1. Pretty equal game. I'll be honest with you, I thought we were going to balls that up, but we haven't. So, have we secured Europe? I'm pretty sure we have. Well, there's the Premier League table, and they don't actually say it, but we have, haven't we? Got one game left to play. We're on 59 points. Got Everton now on 54, so I think it's just not saying it because it don't know who's getting what yet, does it? Because we're on 59, Leeds are on 56, so it's a big game next, and that big game for us is going to be away at Watford, who Leeds away at Chelsea. Oh, so that's massive, isn't it? Hopefully we can win, they can draw, and we'll finish 5th, get into the Europa League. But I'll take anything. I really will. So I'm going to play this game off camera, but I might jump in for the last 10 minutes like I've done on previous series, see if we can share it together a little bit. So going into the last 5 minutes, the Chelsea Leeds game has been a cracker. It's been coming up non-stop, going back and forth. We've saved a penalty. Canos came on as a sub, got us a second goal. So everything really has gone to plan. Lovely. So this is the final Premier League table, and it went perfectly towards the end of the season. Obviously we won. Chelsea Leeds drew 2-2. Villa put up a fight and won 3-0, beating Leicester, but had that last spot taken away from them by Norwich. Norwich City won the FA Cup against Leicester. That's amazing that them two got there. I love that. So yeah, Norwich on penalties, that's brilliant. Fair play to Liverpool, an invincible season. Wow, that is pretty special. But yeah, 5th. Not far off a Champions League spot there, are we? 1 million points behind, got some work to do. I'm going to have a totally different team next year. I know I am for a fact. We're going to get better or worse, you never know. But we're in the Europa League, in the group stages as well, so that's fantastic. Hopefully it'll let us get a better calibre player. And the finances are looking amazing. I've got 30 million to spend in the summer, and we've got 70 million nearly in the bank, because you get 30 million for finishing 5th. So things are looking great. I can't wait to get to work. Let's try and go through a few things quickly. I'll try and squeeze them in if I can. and the Champions League. It's the first ever one, so let's check it out. And United lost it, getting beat 2-0 by Bayern Munich. Milan beat Lazio, one of my favourite teams, for my journeyman of FM21, 2-1 in the Europa League. And Frankfurt beat Roma in the Euro Cup 2. Gutted. Quick one through the leagues, the major leagues, just because it's the first season of a brand new game. And Real Madrid won La Liga. Zebra. Juventus won Serie A. I know the name fixes come out. I'm going to get to work on a few of them things. It won't be in time for my rebuild series, but anything after that, everything should be normal. Of course, Jorn Borfest FC Bayern won the Bundesliga. And another Borfest, Paris Saint-Germain won Ligue 1. So not a bad first season. Like I said, a lot of work to do. Played 40 games this year, won 18, drawn 8, lost 14, the win percentage 45. It's at goals for, goals against. That's probably the way we play, but hopefully we can get some better personnel in. We can change that. I don't want to change the style just yet. I want to try and just improve the squad and see what we can do that way. So there we go. That is the end of episode 2 and the end of the first season. Thank you for everyone who's supporting this and watching it. Get involved in the comments. Hit that thumbs up like I always say. Everything is really appreciated, but I just really appreciate you taking the time to watch it. I really, really do. Hopefully you're going to come back for episode 3 and start of a new season. I'm hoping I can show you the full squad there, and we'll see what I can't wait. I swear down, I can't wait to get to work. Why? I get so excited. I love this game. I love it so much, and I love you for supporting this. So stay happy, stay safe, and booed. See you next time. Bye-bye.